Overtime!
Hey guys, this is Charlie from Overtime Arcade, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, you know, I've got a busy life, I've got a day job. You know, believe it or not, this is not what I do for a living, making YouTube videos or working on arcade machines. I'm often busy at work, I'm often busy at home with my family, my wife and kids, and all kinds of stuff going on. And sometimes I can't always put together a great episode for you every weekend, but I hate missing a weekend. I really am committed to releasing a new video for you on this channel every weekend, and sometimes I just can't do it. So today what we're going to do is a bit of a gameplay video. I might use this as a backup video and release it, you know, when I'm busy and I just can't get something, you know, normal restoration or repair video together. Or if I don't need it, I'll release it as a bonus video at some point. I don't know. The other thing that we're doing a little bit differently is this is being filmed in a vertical orientation, and, you know, don't hate me. I know some people really don't like it, but, you know, as you can see, this is a vertically oriented game, and you're not losing anything, you know, with this orientation. You know, you're actually getting a higher resolution because all 4K is packed into what we're seeing on the screen here on this beautiful 25-inch K7400 Wells Gardner CRT monitor. And, you know, you can, you know, if you're going to watch it on a TV or something that's in, you know, landscape mode instead of portrait mode, you're not missing anything, so don't worry. But if you are watching it on your phone or some other kind of mobile device, you know, you're going to get an even better experience. And today the game we have is Star Force, released by Tehkan, I think that's how you pronounce it, in 1984. Tehkan in 1986 changed their name to Tecmo, which you might be more familiar with from things like Tecmo Bowl and Ninja Gaiden, that sort of thing. But back in '84, they were called Tehkan, and that's when they released this game called Star Force. Now, in some of the regions, this game was released as Megaforce, and I'm kind of confused. I looked things up, and it said that in North America, it was released as Megaforce, but I'm in North America, and this is the PCB that I got. I actually got this thing from the warehouse raid that we did last year in West Virginia. This was in a really bizarre Enigma 2 cabinet, which is a really rare cabinet. And this PCB itself, Star Force, is not particularly common, so I know it's kind of sought after by some folks. And the good news, if you're interested, I'm going to be selling this thing, so think of this as a bit of a sales pitch too. If you're interested in buying a working original Star Force PCB, hit me up, you know, leave me a comment or reach out to me on the Claw forums or in the channel member Discord, and I'll hook you up. I've also got a marquee for this thing, but you know, it's cut to fit an Enigma 2 cabinet, so it might not fit the cabinet that you've got. And I'm also playing this in my Dynamo HS5 you know, JAMA cabinet, and I've got a JAMA adapter, a JAMA PCB adapter from PCB Junkie. So yeah, that's how we're playing it on a JAMA cabinet. Very simple game, vertically scrolling shooter, 8-way joystick and a single fire button. It's really kind of a basic game. If you're used to much more sort of, you know, hectic shooters, you know, this might seem a little bit simplistic to you. You only have a single weapon. There's no bombs. There's no, you know, bonus weapons or whatever. There is a single power-up. It looks like a little ship coming down, and it's not an extra life. It actually doubles the size of your ship, which is called the Final Star, and it doubles your firepower, which is great. So why don't we coin up? And I think I'm kicking things over. I need to figure out how to coin this thing up. Come on, there we go. We'll put a couple credits on this just in case. We won't be playing that much. We'll see how far we can get on one, and if we can't do well, we'll extend a little bit. And I have this set to the easiest difficulty, which is the default. It only has harder difficulties that you can add with the dip switch settings. I've got it set to 5 ships, which is the most, and I have the easiest way to get bonus lives. So let's go ahead and kick the kick the tripod and start with Star Force. Hopefully it's still centered. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. I need to pay attention to what's on the screen and not filming if I want to do okay. Yeah, like I said, not a particularly complicated shooter, but I think this was sort of influential in the development of vertically scrolling shooters. There was another game released in this series called Final Star Force a few years later. But I believe this is sort of considered to be the spiritual predecessor of the Star Soldier series, which is, I think, quite a bit more famous in the shmup landscape. You know, Star Soldier and the Star Soldier series, Super Star Soldier. What else? What other games were in that series? There was Starship Hector was in that series, and I think people really highly regard the Super Star Soldier or the Star Soldier series. So if you're a collector of Star Soldier, maybe you want to get Star Force to really kind of complete your collection. And if you are a devotee, oh, and I just lost my first life. If you are a devotee of shmups, you're going to want one of these Granddaddy Star Force PCBs. And I'm collecting all those big Bs and little Bs as bonus points. And the camera is really in my way. I'm trying to stay. When we have our first boss here, basically it's just this letter that we're trying to hit, and we did. Now, if I didn't beat that boss, you see the big B and little B bonuses, some of which I got, some of them that I missed. If I didn't defeat that boss before he scrolled off screen, I would have to extend the level a little bit, play a little bit more of that first level, the alpha level. And there's here we go. We have a little power up there. I don't want to lose it because we have our ship is twice the size, and now we have double firepower. And I'm just holding down the fire button. I'm not sure what those H's are. And I have no idea what these little mystery tiles are, the question blocks or these arrow tile blocks. They sort of block sort of my ability to, oops, and I lost my power up. That's great. I'm figuring it out. You know, I did some research trying to really see what tips and tricks and strategies you could get for this game, and really didn't come up with much. There's a couple of like hidden, you know, score power-ups. There's like a 1,000,000 point thing you can do, but it's really, I think, later in the game, a lot of that stuff. Because this is, you know, a score attack. I think the game might be an infinite. It'll just loop. Man, I gotta watch out. They try to scroll across at the bottom. I did get a bonus life, so we're back to 3 lives. But yeah, I don't know what these arrow blocks do except block my shot. And we're already at the second boss, so this is the end of Beta Area 2. We started at Alpha Area 1. And again, it's just this letter. We gotta watch out for the sort of turrets that are shooting at me. And there we go, we defeated that. And I think that's Gamma. Is that upside down L, Gamma? Or is that, I don't know. I was not in a fraternity in college, so I don't really know my Greek alphabet particularly well. Maybe it's Rho, maybe it's Gamma. It should be Alpha, Beta, Gamma, right? And these things I don't even like shooting because they explode and potentially knock you out. But maybe you have to shoot them or they won't clear the screen. Get that H, whatever it does. Yeah, Starship Hector and Star Parodius. Those are all in the Star Soldier series. And again, Star Force is like the spiritual predecessor, which means, Star Soldier and the rest, Super Star Soldier, etc., were spiritual successors. So I don't know, is that such a thing, spiritual predecessor? Oh man, we're gonna have to play another credit or two. Yeah, Gamma Area, it says Gamma Area 3 at the bottom, so I was right, it was Gamma, not Rho or something like that. But you know, there's a decent amount of enemy characters in this, decent amount of enemies, you know, what they do and how they behave. I don't know what this thing is. Do I want to catch that? I can't imagine I want to touch something that doesn't look like me. Okay. Yeah, I saw that coming. I was kind of getting trapped, kind of getting cornered. But we beat my high score than the one I got when I was playing a little bit earlier. What is this? Okay, are they gonna follow me? There we go, just barely got it. And if that had scrolled off before I defeated it, I would have had to repeat part of the level. So, yeah, spiritual predecessor to Star Soldier. Oops, we died in Delta Area 4. Let's put our initials in. We'll play at least one more. I'm having fun. So here we go, starting off again. Camera looks okay. See if we can beat that high score. I'll try to focus a little bit more and talk less, unless you're really more interested in me talking than the gameplay. But yeah, like I said, I think this is, shoot 'em up collectors like this game, or like it at least from a completionist perspective on wanting to round out their collection, which I can definitely respect and appreciate. So yeah, if you're interested in buying this StarForce PCB, let me know. I could even, I can sell the marquee if you want it, even if it's not going to fit your cabinet. If you want to just collect the marquee, and these guys are just like fast-moving, dive-bombing sort of guys. And I can even sell you the PCB junkie JAMA adapter if you want. That'll help you play it in any JAMA cabinet. Oops, yeah. That happens sometimes. Tehkan also released some other games that I'm kind of interested in getting, like Guzzler and Swimmer are two games. Guzzler, I think, was a conversion kit only. There we go. There's our power up. Guzzler is a little bit like Pac-Man, except you collect water and use it to put out flames. And I think that was a conversion kit only. You often see it in like a Pac-Man sort of cabinet. So Guzzler is really cool. That was also made by Tehkan. And Swimmer was licensed to and released by Centuri in the US. I've been seeing tons of Swimmer restorations lately. My buddy Troy, not Troy's Restorations, another Troy, he goes by Gibby, if you know him from Claw Forms or whatever. He's got a really beautiful Swimmer. I think Jeff Kinder has a Swimmer. I know Kazella's Arcade, who has a YouTube channel just like Jeff does, and he's a channel member just like Jeff Kinder is. He did a really nice restoration of a Swimmer recently. And those use the same JAMA adapter. It's a Tehkan JAMA adapter. So if you don't need the JAMA adapter, I'll keep it in case I get one of those games one day and need it. But I can also include that. Include the JAMA adapter. If you want to buy the PCB, I'll toss it in. We'll work out a deal. I see that they go for like, these PCBs go for, in the neighborhood of, well, it was a pretty good dive, in the neighborhood of $300. And this is working nice, so something like that, but happy to make a deal, especially for channel members. I always like to give a discount for channel members in exchange for supporting the channel. Here's our beta boss. Watch out for those shots. There we go. Okay, keep missing some of these bonuses. And it's not just locked horizontally. There is, if you notice, you can move a little bit to the right and left, so the play field is wider than a single screen, and that's where you'll get a lot of your hidden bonuses. So. Yeah, fun game, cool game. Not particularly complicated, and for a shooter, like a shoot 'em up expert, you are not going to find this a difficult game, I don't think, or at least, maybe not until the later levels that I haven't been able to reach, where I'm sure the difficulty ramps up. I watched some videos, and I think the game just does loop infinitely. I don't think there's a ending to it, which is pretty common for, this is 1984, so kind of just after the crash, these weren't like continue games. I don't think I want to touch that. I feel like that'll hurt me. And these are the dive bombers. So not, you can't continue, and there's no ending. Yeah, those guys kind of swarm and get to me. So. But fun game, I like it. And it was released on NES. I remember we rented it once growing up at our local, video store, where we would typically every weekend, I think I've mentioned this before, like a lot of folks, we'd rent 2 movies and a game. One kids movie, one movie for the grown-ups, and a Nintendo game, or later a Genesis game for the kids. And I do remember renting this once. Oh, and I did beat my high score, even though we haven't finished the Gamma stage yet. I do remember not particularly loving this game when we rented it. There we go. We haven't missed a boss yet, which is great. Oh, look, we got both of our bonuses. All right. Because I don't know, I've never really been into shoot 'em ups, and I kind of like, look at all these bonuses. Oh, I saw that coming. That was kind of a trap. And I kind of like side-scrolling shooters a little bit better than vertical ones. Maybe that's heresy. I know a lot of people are really serious about shoot 'em ups, and I'm sure they're cringing with how I'm playing and some of the things that I'm saying about this game or others. Oh, look at all these guys. Maybe I can lure them up here and then shoot them in places that are advantageous to me. Nope. Maybe we can get to 200,000. But if you are a diehard shoot 'em up fan, why not add Star Force? No! We're gonna have to play one more credit. One more credit. Okay. Why not add Star Force to your collection? There's a little bit of garbage on the left side of the screen. I think you can, make the vertical height taller, because this is a vertically oriented game. Make the vertical height a little bit taller and push that off the screen. I think a lot of games, do that. They're kind of, doing calculations in video RAM, and that garbage can show up on the screen, but you would just, stretch the screen size and push that off the visible part of the tube. But yeah, I'd love to see this game, this PCB, go into the hands of someone that really appreciates it. Some diehard, shoot 'em up fan or collector or whatever, or somebody that's been trying to put together a Star Force cabinet. That would be cool. Because this is fun, but this is not a game that I would, want in a home collection and just, go back to time after time. Although I've enjoyed playing this, and I did prep a little bit for the video, not too much, as you can tell. Oh, I have not become an expert at StarForce. And sometimes I see a little bit of glitching in the star field, and I think that's because of how I've got the PCB installed in here. I've noticed that if the wiring in the cabinet, the harness, will put some strain on the edge connector, the jam adapter from PCB Junkie, where it will not boot, or it'll reset, and then I have to go in and kind of reposition the wiring so that it's not putting any, oh yeah, there's my power up. So it's not putting any strain on the JAMA adapter, and then it works great. So if you buy this and that happens, and it kind of just goes pop, 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 pop at the beginning when it's not booting, I would say try changing the stress point on the JAM adapter, and you should be in better shape. Watch out for those turrets. No! I even said it and it happened. Now I have to replay part of the first level in order to get back to the boss. Nope, not doing well. We're down to, I got one more life after this one. All right. And also, like I mentioned, I'll give a nice discount to a channel member, or if you want to set up a trade, I'm always up for trades. But yeah, if you've never heard about the channel membership program, you've probably never watched my videos before. Basically, it's the best way to support the channel. It's $1.99 a month, and in exchange, you get access to some awesome perks. You get early access to all new videos like this one. You get a monthly, oh no, I just got my bonus life. I literally just hit 50,000 and then died. You get early access to all new videos. We do a monthly members only live stream, and you get access to our private members only Discord, which is, I would say, the best arcade enthusiast community on the internet today. We're a really positive group of folks, constantly helping each other out. We're working on stuff, we're collecting stuff, we're playing games, we do weekly tournaments, we're sharing deals, all kinds of great stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about what it means to become an Overtime Arcade channel member, hit that join button down below. It'll tell you what it's all about. But yeah, we've also got a merchandise shop. You can buy hats, t-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool things, stickers, you know, that sort of stuff. And I try to keep the prices low because I'm not doing that to make money. I don't even really do anything here to make money. Any money I make off of ads or t-shirts or channel memberships get invested right back into the channel, buying games and parts and, you know, that sort of stuff. But if you want to support the channel, those are some great ways to do it. You can also leave a super thanks, which is a lot like a super chat. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that was like a clear the screen type of thing to hit. Yeah, super thanks is kind of like a super chat, except super chats are for live streams, and super thanks are for pre-released, pre-recorded videos. Nope. Like this. But yeah, again, best way to support the channel is to become an Overtime Arcade channel member. Look at this awesome and constantly growing list of over 100 folks who are super awesome. They support the channel every month, and I love, you know, hanging out with them and getting to know them better in the channel member Discord. So again, click that join button down below if you want to learn more about what it means to become an Overtime Arcade channel member. And thank you again to all of you who are supporting the channel in any way possible. And again, not to plug it again, but if you're looking for a StarForce PCB, I know who's got one for you. It's me. You know, offer me something in trade or work out a cash deal, something like that, and you can get one of these for yourself. But yeah, it's a really short video today, just a gameplay video. Let me know what you think about the vertical orientation. You know, most of my videos are horizontal. The shorts are always vertical. But you know, what do you think of, you know, doing a vertical, you know, long format video for vertical oriented games? Because we've got this cabinet. All right, anyway, that'll do it. As always, I'm Charlie. You've been watching Overtime Arcade, and I'll see you next time.
Overtime!